What's up, guys? Welcome to Sudbury, Massachusetts. This is an amazing property. We built a massive pond out back last fall. We were here for 4 weeks building this. There was over 100 tons of stone. It is massive, and I'm super excited to show you it. Today we are here with Central Mass Gardens. They brought all sorts of amazing plants. We're doing a massive planting job on this pond. This is something that we offer when we build big, beautiful ponds or small, beautiful ponds. If you want landscaping around that water feature, we do that, and we're doing that right now for this homeowner. This is our big dump trailer with our excavator. We got all sorts of fun toys for this project today. We got some amazing compost for these beautiful plants. All sorts of stuff going on today, but I want to take you around back and show this to you. Wait till you see it. Everyone who comes and visits, they ask the homeowners how lucky they are to have found a property with such an amazing pond in the backyard they could build their house around. But the house was here way before this pond. It's really an awesome compliment to hear that, because that means we did it right and we made it look natural. So come check it out. If you want some awesome plants, check out our friends at Central Mass Gardens. We've got some cool displays there you can go check out. And here is just a taste of the landscaping we're installing over the next 3 days. We got Mason in there, look at him. He's the plant man today. Really? We got another bobcat over here. We're gonna be moving lots of product around. Come around back. You can see my man Drew right here. And here we go. Keith's out there with the drawing, and he's starting to place everything where it's supposed to go, and it's perfect strategic location so we can start digging holes and get it in place. We also have 35 yards of the best mulch you can possibly buy getting delivered tomorrow. We're gonna just finish this whole thing off and make it absolutely beautiful. And the best part is, when you do a job like this, it looks great the day you're done, but it looks better and better every single year. They say 3 years until you get it just perfect how it's supposed to be. It's like fine wine, baby. Look at all the color. The design that Keith made for us from Central Mass Gardens is absolutely incredible. Everything is strategically placed. So you've got different height in different places, and everything flowers or blooms at different parts of the year. So no matter what month it is, they're gonna have a different pop of color in different areas. There's always gonna be something amazing to look at. A lot of these plants are specimen trees and specimen shrubs. This is stuff that got delivered from the West Coast where it's grown, and we got the pick of the litter. We bought early so we would have nice variety. Some of this stuff is really hard to get, and we're super fortunate to have it for this project. But we have a lot of work ahead of us. We gotta scrape all this grass away, get these plants sunk down where they go. And there's lots of stuff we have to avoid in the ground. All of our plumbing we have to avoid. Lots of work. Come over here and take a look. I got Mason and Drew. They started digging out where plants are going. You can see I've got a white line on the ground. This is our edge of our mulch bed. We're gonna be stripping all this grass out and putting down some really fantastic organic mulch. But right now the guys are getting these plants in the ground because we want to get some good soil and compost around the plants and get them watered this afternoon. So we paint out a circle around each pot, at least twice the diameter of the pot, and they're gonna dig that out, and we're gonna put in some really good dirt and really good compost, mix it in, and get these plants buried in. We wanna have a really good base around the plant of really good nutrient-dense soil so these plants have a great opportunity to grow here. We don't wanna just put them in whatever is in the ground already. We wanna give them a really good jump start. So that's what the guys are working on now. We're gonna go around and hand dig all of these plants. We gotta be careful because we've got all of our underground plumbing. There's 4 3-inch lines coming out of our pump vaults over here. You can see our temporary mess of wires, a big pile of spaghetti. Buried underneath the ground through here, we've got all of our plumbing, and we left our low voltage underwater lighting wire exposed so we wouldn't chop that up. But we gotta come through, get all this planted. And later on today, the irrigation guy is gonna come meet with me, and we're gonna go over how to reconnect the old irrigation that we cut up, putting in the pond. You can see we got pipes stubbed up all over the place. So he's gonna repair all of that and put in a bunch of new heads to water all this new landscaping. So there's a lot that goes into this to do it right, but that's how we do it. We do it right. All right, guys, we're starting to scrape some of this grass out, getting that sod cleared away so we can do the plants on this side of the pond. The guys have been working their way around from that big tree. We're probably I don't know, conservative quarter of the way there. We got a lot of plants to get in the ground. In fact, after this video, the film guy is gonna go around and water everything for us.
Wait, dude, I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are. And we're gonna get this all cleared out, put the plants back, and the guys are gonna start planting on this side, and we're gonna just keep working our way around. We got 3 days to get this all beautified. I guess we should move these trees so I can get in here, scrape this bare for them, dig these trees, and then start digging all these for them. And then all this, I guess we can just roto-till tomorrow. Otherwise, I just don't, there's like nothing to scrape.
How come it's all sand?
Because that's what was under the ground. Plus we had piles of sand. All this grass right here. I'm gonna scrape all this out, then we'll come back in and dig these holes for the trees for them.
All right, so this is what we're looking like right now. We have a lot of the plants in the ground already. Me and Sean are digging up the grass on the other side of the pond, way over there where that wheelbarrow is, to get the mulch ready and the other plants all set up over there. But yeah, Mason and Drew are digging up these holes for the plants and everything. This is pretty much what we've been doing all day long. This big boy right here, got a big old hole in there. We're almost done with the day. Probably have about half an hour left, and then we get to head out of here. But this is where we're at. The homeowner actually got us coffee, food, breakfast this morning, and then we had a break / lunch over here in the shade. He got us Jersey Mike's. This is kind of my editing setup over here. This is kind of what goes into a day's work. It's a little unusual, but this is also, I guess, the first construction project of the season. All the content you guys have been seeing has been cleanings over and over again. So this is the first construction one. Hey, Mason.
Yeah. Not right now, man. Tomorrow.
What do you mean not right now? How you feeling?
Epic.
Hot?
Hot.
Ready to go in that pond?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right. We'll run it soon. Very soon. There's Sean. Sick. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I posted on TikTok, but there's 4 pumps in this pond, this gigantic pond. It has 4 pumps, and they're all located right here. We got the wetlands up there that basically takes care of all the filtration. It gets sucked down here, pumped up there, and works its way back down. I'm kind of learning the process of these ponds with you guys. I'm not immediately being taught how to do this. I'm just kind of learning from what the guys over here are being told and what they do, and kind of give them a hand as the day goes on. So I'm kind of explaining it in my own words rather than a professional's words. But we're cleaning this up tomorrow. You guys will see that pretty soon. We literally haven't even cleaned it yet, and it's this clean. They built this in December, filled it up. It's been sitting all winter. We came here probably 2 weeks ago, put those 4 pumps in, and that cleaned it up quite a bit. So there's a bunch of leaves down there. There's some stuff up there. I guess like the general size of this pond right here, it's very, very clean. So it's a little nasty down there, but nothing too crazy. You guys have seen some of these ponds that we've been cleaning with the string algae, the literal trees inside the pond. It's been crazy. So this one is literally a breeze. It's just freaking ginormous.
All right, guys, end of day 1. We've got most of the plants laid out, dug in. We're gonna mix some compost and some loam tomorrow, get them out of their pots and have them buried. We started stripping the sod, getting everything ready, cut in our edges. Tomorrow, all the plants will be planted. We're gonna get the aquatic plants put into the pond, including the underwater lights. We went for a little dip at the end of the day, try to stir up some of the stuff in the pond. Really was the cool off, right? But yeah, we're in a really good place. We're gonna hit it hard tomorrow. I'm excited. We got all the pumps running so you can see all the waterfall magic happening right now. It's gonna be a pretty awesome day tomorrow. Today was great. I'm excited to see what this looks like this time tomorrow. So make sure you guys pay attention for the whole video, because it's gonna just get better and better.
Alrighty, so we are loading up for day 2 right now. They're grabbing the plants over there, putting them in the van, and Jason's going to meet us at the job today. We have one of the F-350s here with the dump trailer on it. Alright, so in this dump trailer, we have a 3000, a 2000, a 6000, and 2 1000s. This thing is absolutely loaded with tanks, and they're all probably going to be full. I don't really know. I don't know how many gallons are in this pond, but you guys have seen it already throughout this video. It's freaking huge, so we need all those. This is, I'm pretty sure, the second time we had to crack open that 6000, so it's going to be interesting, and I'll show you guys how freaking big it is because it's insane.
All right, guys, day 2. We're back at it. We've got an extra set of hands. We got Dominic over here. We got a lot to do. We got most of the plants dug in. All right, you can see we're laying out all of our clean out tanks. We're about to drain this pond down. We're gonna do a little bit of cleaning. It doesn't need a lot because it's brand new and it's been filtering for 2 weeks, but we're gonna clean it. We're gonna get all these aquatic plants in that I'm just about to show you, and we're gonna put in some underwater LED lights. Here's our gigantic tank filling up. Here's all of our premium aquatic plants that we hand selected for this pond. Might not look like much, but there's a lot here right now, and they're just gonna keep on growing. There's a couple 3-year specimens in here, 3 different premium lilies. All the flowers are gonna be different colors. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. So we're gonna get all these planted into the pond, gonna get those underwater lights in, get it cleaned up, and the whole time that's happening, the guys are also gonna be doing the landscaping around the pond at the same time. So a lot has to happen today, but I'm super pumped. We're gonna totally transform this space. All right, so we're about 2 hours later, and we've got quite a bit done. You can see I have this whole entire half of the pond planted with the aquatics. This is what it looks like, the final product of a planted water plant. And I'm going to continue working this way. And when I'm done with these, I will start on the underwater LEDs. Dominic, he went around in all of the areas we couldn't get our machine in, where there was little clumps of grass. He rototilled that whole area. So now they're going through, they're raking it all nice and level. They're taking out all the grass, and they're prepping the bed so these plants can get put into the ground with a nice loam and compost mix. And once that's done, we can edge the bed, and it'll be ready for mulch once irrigation's done. But we've got to go all the way around the entire water feature, rake it all out, get these plants all backfilled and out of their pots. There's lots of work left, and it's raining. Are you zooming in on my face again? I hate you. All right, so I'm planting up the wetlands right now. We use different sages, rushes, some canna, different plants that are really good filtering plants that will help pull excess nutrients out of the water as it passes through this wetland filter. So that's what I'm working on right now. And we've got all these to put in. This guy right here is called a Blue Rush. It has insignificant flowers, but it does flower. And this will spread and help filter out all this pond water. And the roots will just go down into the gravel here. This is 4 feet down of different sizes of gravel. So these roots will spread out, and as the water comes up very slowly from the bottom through all that gravel, all the microorganisms will help strip away all of that excess nutrients that causes algae, and these roots from these plants will help even more nutrient load to be pulled out of the water. So the sun is finally back out. It has been like monsooning all day. We've been soaking wet head to toe, pushing through, trying to get this job done. We've got one more day to finish tomorrow. So we persevered despite the weather, but now it is getting hot and sunny. We're drying off, but also sweating at the same time. Just New England weather for you, but it makes the job interesting. All right, guys, it is the beginning of day 3, and I'm here with my buddy Logan. He's a good boy, and this is really his pond. So, right, that's your pond. These are your froggies. So we're gonna finish up planting today. Our super secret film guy got here wicked early before the rest of the crew today. He helped us out. He drained the pond down for us so we can put the lights in. He started prepping the area. He did a ton of work. We're super grateful for him. He really jump-started the day for us. So I'm about to get in the pond and start putting these underwater lights in. My main man Sixto over here, and my other main man Mason, they're about to start getting all of these beautiful plants out of their pots and in their forever holes in the ground, nice and planted with a beautiful rich compost and topsoil mix, really beautiful black dirt. They're gonna have a ton of nutrients, full sun out here, they're gonna thrive. So this is all gonna get wrapped up today, fingers crossed. And then the irrigation guy is gonna come in, get all of these plants, all the water that they need, get the irrigation all set up, and then the mulch will go in. That won't be at the end of this video, but there'll be plenty more videos of this project. So you need to make sure you drink water. And if you start overheating because you're like the black mamba today in muck boots and pants and long sleeve shirt, I don't care if you cut your pants in half and you cut the sleeves off your shirt, you're not allowed to die. You're like dressed to be a heat casualty. I don't want that to happen. We have to move at a good pace, but I'm not trying to burn you guys out, but I'm also not trying to get home at 8 p.m. tonight, but we have to finish. So you guys need to figure out your rhythm. Don't take too long with any aspect of it, but don't rush through it, do it right. If you have questions or you need help, just ask me. If you need water, drink water. If you need anything, make sure you're taking care of yourselves, but let's move at a good pace and let me know when you need me to refill you with something. I got that bucket of compost up there when the wheelbarrow runs out, and I got another bag of dirt ready to go. Okay? Okay, guys, so I got our lights all set in place. I'm hiding the wires right now. We're gonna make all the connections to the home run wire, which is gonna go all the way over to the transformer that will power them at nighttime. The guys have worked very well all the way up to that point so far, getting all the plants in. And they're gonna make their way all around the pond. And that's where we're at so far, but it's turning out awesome. Super excited to see this thing at night.
All right, so this is the progress right now. We're doing the lights. Sean is getting them some stuff up there while they're planting all of their plants. And I've just been hitting these lights, running the wires and all that. I'm trying to help where I can because we have so much to do and we have to get it done today. But I gotta leave early, so the video is gonna stop once I leave. But before I kind of get sidetracked, I wanna make sure I'm showing you guys what's going on here. So I'm going through and I'm wiring up all the lights, basically just running a long wire and connecting in the lights where they go. So it goes under here and now it starts coming up, and this is where I'm at. So I'm gonna be connecting these up, running it all the way over here. It's gonna go and go and go, and then it's gonna connect to that light, this one right here, and there's gonna be a panel here, and whenever the electrician comes, he's gonna hook them all up so they can work. So the way this pond is gonna be running is by two 100-foot extension cords running from the house on two separate circuits for the time being. Obviously it's not permanent by any means, but we have to schedule something with the electrician, and we don't have a date for that yet. So we want to make sure that we are 100% done so the other guys can come in and do what they got to do. I'm pretty sure I said this in the video already, but this is the first construction job that we have this year. It's actually been a lot of fun doing this. So they built the pond in December, and it's just been chilling, unplugged, I'm pretty sure. And then we came here 2 weeks ago, plugged in all 4 pumps, had it running, and then we came here 3 days ago to start the huge process of building this out. So the stuff that I was doing this morning, like Sean said, I came here earlier to kind of give them a head start because I'm a little bit closer than they are. I repainted all the lines because they got messed up while we were digging. So this is for the edge. We have to edge all of this. So this line we're gonna follow all the way down, all the way to here. You can disregard that one. And Boom. So it all has to look like this. So we have to do that as well today. That's the part that we have to edge over on that side, and then the other side it's the exact same, but it's really loud over there, so I don't really want to go over there and talk with the mic. Yeah, that's the progress right now. It's going really good. This is day one of Crocs, and they're fantastic. Would recommend if you work on ponds. And we got the 3 UFOs over there.
Let's do a little walkthrough together. Let's start down on this end. This is the intake bay or the skim cove. So we just installed 2 faux rocks to cover our pump vaults, and I'm in the process of cobbling that all out to disguise the liner and make it look like a little bit of a beached area. The guys are working their way around the pond. They're getting really close to the finish line over here. You can see the plants in the pots still. And I'll take you around to what they've already done. You'll see what the finished product looks like. We've got a little bit of edging to do. You can see this white line. We're gonna go do a clean cut and prep the rest of this mulch bed so that once the irrigation guys come and rehook up the sprinkler lines and get all of these plants hooked up with different zones. There's also going to be an autofill on this pond, so it'll always be topped off because you lose water to evaporation. We've got, oh goodness, there's a 7,000 gallon per hour pump, 2 9,000 gallon per hour, and a 5,000 gallon per hour going all at the same time. There's a lot of moving water, a lot of surface area, so there's going to be a ton of evaporation, and this is a full sun pond for most of the day. So we're going to have an automatic water fill valve in here to top it off so they don't have to worry about dragging the hose out to fill this up. It'll just take care of it automatically. We walk along this way, you can see all of our low voltage lighting wire. We went around and hooked up all of the underwater lights, and we're going to be burying and pinning down this wire, so if we ever have to add more lights or change a light or do anything with that, we know exactly where the wire is and we can get to it. This is the custom fire pit we built for them with all natural fieldstone. You can come around, you can start to see the aquatic plants that we put in. We've got some marsh marigold, we've got some killer premium lilies in here. We've got ones that are going to flower yellow. We've got one that does different flowers. They're red, yellow, and peach mix. And then we also have a peach lily over here. There are lizard's tail. We've got pickerel rush. There's going to be things that flower yellow, purple, white, cardinal flower, some beautiful iris over here. And if you take a little gander, you can see this is what the finished product looks like when we plant these beautiful landscape plants. So this is all going to have a beautiful, dark, natural, organic mulch that's dye-free. It's going to give a lot of nutrients to the plants every time it rains, but it's not going to pollute the pond if any washes in. We're going to cut all this edge out over here, and if you come take a tour of the waterfalls, this is my favorite section. Look at this. It's an oasis. So we got some killer hidden spillways over here, tons of water flowing over. We've got a downed tree log in there, a little log jam hiding the spillway up top. And all this water converges into this plunge pool at the top before it spills over these main waterfalls. We got a rock slide right there, very natural, beautiful sheet fall facing the office, the bedroom. There's a deck up there right off the master bedroom. We've got the kitchens and the sink and the stove and everything's looking right over here. They've got a formal dining room over here and then a more relaxed dining area over there. A big outdoor seating section, this huge field bluestone patio, all looking right at this water feature. It's incredible. There's tons and tons of water movement. This is our massive wetland filter right there. That's what's keeping all of this water crystal clear and healthy. And the last thing this pond needs is the big koi that'll be coming pretty soon, not including the mulch. That part, that'll come after the irrigation, but we'll get the koi in here pretty soon, and they're ready to start living the water feature lifestyle. They've got absolutely everything, every bell and whistle, every feature you'd want with your pond or waterfall. You got beautiful landscaping all around it. The entire thing is filled with underwater LED lights. The waterfalls are all lit up, the pond's lit up. They're gonna have big, beautiful fish. There's mossy stumps, logs. There's a fish cave that's actually a swim-through tunnel from one deep side to the next. So the fish can either go right over the top or they can go through that tunnel. And if there's a predator giving them any trouble, they got a little hidey escape hole. Beautiful accent boulders everywhere, and we're even gonna add a few more. There's a pile right back there by the fence. And the best part about this landscaping, guys, is it looks amazing today, but every single year moving forward, it's gonna get better and better and better. They say when you design a landscape, the third year is when it's really matured and in its prime, and that's when it all comes together and it looks exactly like it's supposed to be. And then every year after that, it just gets better. We got Six Toe, we got Drew, Mason, Dom's on his way over. Film guy's been doing way more than just filming. Huge shout out to the film guy. He helped us do tons, all the lights. He got here early. Speak of the devil, here's Dom right now, pulling up. All right, guys, so this is the end of the video, but stay tuned because we're gonna do a lot more videos of this when it's completely done. We're gonna come back here, have a cookout with the family, bring our loved ones with us, and celebrate a super awesome success. This is by far one of the coolest features we've ever got to build for somebody, and it's definitely memorable. If you have any questions for us about this pond or ponds in general, leave us a comment down below. Other than that, I'm going for a dip with the tadpoles, and I'll see you guys later.